Ladies and gentlemen, warriors of the unseen wars, survivors of the unspeakable, carriers of burdens that would break the ordinary, welcome. You did not arrive here by mistake. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are here because you have gazed into the abyss and refused to look away. You are here because you have carried a pain so crushing it would bring most people to their knees. Yet you still stand. You are here because the world required someone strong enough to endure the unimaginable. And you answered the call. Look around you. This is not just a room. This is a gathering of the scarred, the relentless, the ones who refuse to break. This is a brotherhood and sisterhood of warriors who have walked through hell and emerged, not unscathed, but unyielding. Today we honor that. Today we honor you. But let's not pretend this road has been easy. Tell me, what does it feel like to bear the weight of the world? And I don't mean some cliché about how life is tough. No, I mean the real weight. The kind that crushes your ribs until you can't breathe. The kind that gnaws at your mind until sleep is a distant memory. The kind that hollows you out, leaving nothing but a fire barely flickering inside your soul. You know it. You have carried it. The weight of betrayal, the agony of loss, the sting of shattered dreams and abandoned hopes. The feeling of being misunderstood, discarded, left to fight wars no one else could even see. The world called for a savior, and when no one else stepped forward, you did. But you never asked for this. You never begged for the battles, the scars, the endless nights of torment. This burden wasn't a choice. It was thrust upon you. The universe looked deep into your soul and saw something fierce, something untamed, something unbreakable. And when the storm came, when the world trembled, when everything was on the brink of collapse, you didn't cower. You didn't beg for mercy. You stood your ground and roared, "Bring it on!" But let's be honest. This isn't some fairy tale where the hero walks unscathed. No, you have been broken. You have been shattered. You have been dragged through the filth, drowning in blood, sweat, and tears. You have stood on the edge of sanity, staring into the abyss of despair. You have felt the weight of giving up, crushing your soul like a vice, and yet you are still here, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. And why? Because you know something that others don't. You know that pain is not the end, it is the beginning. The world doesn't shift because of the comfortable. The world doesn't evolve because of the sheltered, the privileged, or the safe. When you took suffering and turned it into power, the ones who have been to hell and back, the ones who have been to peril, you are the catalyst. You are the force that shakes reality. You are the unrelenting fire that refuses to be extinguished. Even when the world does everything in its power to smother you. They tried to break you. They tried to drown your light, bury your spirit, erase your fire. But they failed, because that fire is you, and you cannot be extinguished. But I know the question lurking in your mind. At what cost? What has this fight stolen from you? Your peace? Your innocence? Your moments of joy? The sleepless nights, the missed opportunities, the scars both seen and unseen. Was it worth it? The answer is simple. Yes, because you did not pay that price for nothing. You paid it because you knew that the world needed you. You paid it because deep inside you understood that your suffering was not meaningless. You paid it because you knew your pain had a purpose, and today that purpose is calling. Today you stand at the crossroads of destiny. Today you must decide, will this weight crush you, or will you rise? Will you be a victim of your past, or a warrior who dominates the future? But I already know your answer, because if you were meant to surrender, you would have done it long ago. If you were meant to be ordinary, the universe wouldn't have chosen you. If you were meant to be weak, life would have already defeated you, but it didn't, because you are not a victim. You are not a statistic. You are a force of nature, and the world will never be the same because of you. So now, what's next? What do you do with all this pain, this power, this fire raging inside you? You use it, you forge it into something unstoppable. You turn it into a weapon, a purpose, a legacy that will outlive you. You become the storm. Because the world does not need more people who color inside the lines. It does not need more followers, more people who play it safe. No, the world needs you. Your fire, your darkness, your unrelenting hunger to rise, to conquer, to win. The world needs you. And let's make one thing clear. Destiny is not a straight road. It is not some well-lit path with signs guiding you in the right direction. Destiny is war. It is chaos. It is trial and error. It is nights filled with doubt and days consumed by fire. And yet, you keep walking. You have fallen. You have bled. You have screamed into the void with no answer. But you have never stopped, and that is what makes you unstoppable. Because destiny doesn't choose the weak. It doesn't choose the untested, the soft, the ones who have never tasted the bitter edge of suffering. No, destiny chooses warriors. The ones forged in the fire. The ones who have been broken and rebuilt themselves piece by piece. The ones who have been beaten down, betrayed, and left for dead, but still refused to die. You were not chosen because you were perfect. You were chosen because you are powerful. You were not chosen because you are fearless. You were chosen because you felt fear and walked through it anyway. You were not chosen because you are unbreakable. You were chosen because even after being shattered, you put yourself back together stronger than before. And let's talk about that strength, because it is not the kind that comes from muscles, money, or status. No, it is the kind of strength that is born in darkness. It is the kind of strength that can only come from standing alone when the world is against you, when every voice tells you to stop, and yet you keep moving forward. It is the kind of strength that makes people stare in awe and whisper, how do they keep going? And the answer is simple, because you have to, because the world needs you to, because there is no other option. But understand this. Strength is not just about surviving, and that is what you are doing every single day. With every battle you fight, with every breath you take, you are evolving. You are turning your scars into wisdom. You are turning your struggles into stories. You are turning your wounds into weapons. And in doing so, you are not just surviving, you are winning. And let's be clear. You are not alone. You belong to a legion, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a tribe of warriors who have been forged in the fire, a family of relentless souls who refuse to bow, refuse to break, refuse to surrender. You are part of something greater than yourself, something that echoes through time, something that will be remembered long after the dust has settled and the world has moved on. So hear me now. Go forth. Carry the weight, wield your fire, face the unthinkable with unshakable resolve. And know this. Every step you take, every battle you fight, every moment you endure, it is all leading you to your destiny, a destiny that is greater than you can imagine, a destiny that will change the world, a destiny that is yours and yours alone. You are the chosen. You are the relentless. You are the unbreakable. And the world will never forget your name. Now go and show them what it means to endure the impossible. But listen to me. This is not where your story ends. No, this is where it begins. Because the world may try to forget your name, but your actions will carve it into eternity. Your fire will burn so brightly that even those who doubted you will have no choice but to remember. They thought you were finished. They thought you had nothing left. Because you are not done. You are just getting started. And now, the real question is, what will you do with this power? Will you let it smolder, fading into embers? Or will you set the world ablaze? They already know the answer, because warriors don't retreat. Warriors don't shrink. Warriors don't wait for permission to rise. You take what's yours. You rewrite the story. You forge a new path, one that no one has walked before. One that is yours and yours alone. One that they will look upon with awe and whisper, this is the one who refused to fall. And let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them point fingers and spew their empty words. Because while they waste their breath, you will be building your empire. While they hesitate, you will be charging forward. While they cling to their excuses, you will be forging your destiny. And when the dust settles, when the storm has passed, when the world looks around to see who survived, it will be you, standing tall, unshaken, unstoppable, because fate does not dictate your future, you do. And your story, it is far from over. Now go and make them remember your name. But hear me loud and clear, this is not just about survival. Survival is the bare minimum. You were not built to just survive. You were built to conquer. You were built to rise, to carve your mark so deeply into this world that time itself will struggle to erase it. And do you know why? Because you carry something they do not. You carry a fire that refuses to be put out. You carry a storm that cannot be tamed. You carry a purpose that no one else can fulfill. They will try to shake you. They will try to break you. They will throw every obstacle in your way, hoping, praying that this time you will finally fall. But you won't, because you've walked through worse, because you've already been through hell. And you didn't just survive it, you mastered it. I see. No, now it's your turn. Your turn to step forward while they cower. Your turn to rise while they fall. Your turn to take what is yours. No more waiting. No more second guessing. No more shrinking yourself to fit into a world that was never meant to contain you. You are limitless. You are relentless. You are the force they never saw coming. So when they whisper, how did they do it? When they stare in disbelief, wondering how you endured the unthinkable, how you transformed your pain into power, how you turned your scars into weapons. They smile because deep down, they already know the answer. They know they could never have survived what you did. They know they could never have endured what you have. They know they could never have risen the way you have. And that's what scares them the most, because you were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to play it safe. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to lead. You were meant to defy. You were meant to dominate. So let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them wonder, because you are just getting started.